even though we didn't actually have anyone else to do it, we would do it ourselves. But we knew in the long haul, like we would bring people in that would specialize in every part. So we've got Michael who does animation, post-production, moving image. We've got Soraya who does user interface and website. We've got editorial with Carmen. We've got a branding specialist, myself and Duke, and IT. We've got Soraya. I've got Karine who does social content. We've got Minaz who does animation, the knife pencil. He does like illustrations. So we've got everything covered, and it's all of us are like individuals, and we have that personal feel, and we really love interacting with our customers. And we have the lovely Federica who's just joined now, who's a graphic designer, and she's an intern. She's still studying. She's just finished her first year of uni. So yeah, we're just trying to like make sure that everyone on this journey, I think it's all about the client's journey. That's so important to us. So we're always trying to make sure that the customer, the client is informed at all times. They understand the process. If there's anything they want to change, they feel happy to actually express they want to change something, rather than, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to come across the right way. We will say, just say how it is, you know, like just be honest and feel comfortable around us for us to give the feedback. Because some people feel like, I'm not sure, like, or we just make sure that they have the right environment to express themselves and they get the most out of what their journey for us. So it's just a very, very like welcoming atmosphere and design agency.
Incredible. And I mean, obviously I love you guys anyway. And that's why I'm just tagging along as another pencil. So let's get down into some of the, because obviously people watching this are going to be like, okay, hang on a minute. So you started 5 years ago. It was just you and Duke. Like, how did you get the ball rolling? Because I think obviously everyone has these amazing ideas, and then it's like, well, how do you then actually get that ball rolling to start building the momentum?
How do you get the ball rolling? That's a good question. So when we first started, Duke's, well, when we first started, the first thing we were like, how do we create interest? So what we've done, and this is not going to work for everyone, what we've done, I said, let's look at high street stores, independent businesses, and then what we'll do, we'll like look them up even on Yellow Pages or whatever you can do online, and we'll note down all the stores. You can go on Google Maps and look at the store and look at outside and see what their branding is and their shop front. And we noted them all down, and we started redesigning and branding them. And then what we would do after we did the logo design, we'll choose our best one, and we'll go into the actual shop on the high street and go, can I speak to the manager? Have you thought about that branding? I've got some designs, can I have like 2 minutes of your time? And do it from there. And obviously at that start, you get lots of refusals and hums and maybes. You drop a card, and then through that you would create a reputation, because you was like, oh, I've heard of these guys before. And then we were doing that on social media. So we would post up our concepts. And then what happened was, I'm telling my secrets, post up our concepts. And the concepts, people believed that were real. So they thought we had clients. So then the concepts were so good, people were like, actually, let me give these guys a try. And then they came through with our service. And then those customers created testimonies like Sophisticated Not Nate. And then that built more reputation. And then that's how we built it up. So it was just more word of mouth. And we're pretty social as well. So like we meet people every day, like on socials in real life. So it was just more about building the relationship and the trust, and going from there, and actual portfolio. So it was portfolio and reputation, I would say, and the trust, because some people are unsure. So if you have a reputation of delivering great service and great product, it will speak for itself. And then people will just, once they've experienced it once, they will refer you. So anyone like that, like myself, Duke, hi Duke, will continue to keep on referring you. So what's happened now in the past like 6 months, people have kept on referring us because they just speak highly of us because they've had that service and we've delivered. So we've not just been a one-stop shop, but we've also given a personal touch. Like, you know, we come to them, we present our designs to them in person. We come to your workplace, come to the coffee shop, wherever. If it's a Zoom call, it's a Zoom call. Like, we do that. And we have feedback sessions, like all the clients can speak. We sit down on a call and we'll share the screen and go, this is how design looks, this is ideas. Because sometimes when design, you may not see what we see, and we'll explain it, and then you see the hidden message, which you told us about when we did the free consultation at the start. So, you know, it's all about the process. So we just like to make sure everything's explained and understood throughout the whole process, and make sure that we deliver. Like, we have high expectations. So we understand every business owner, that business is their child. And we've got to make sure we treat that like our own child. So we're that passionate about it. We don't just go in and just want to create a fancy, nice design. We want to get into the deep. So lucky you want to ask me these questions. You want to go dig deep, so deep that you're telling me what sparked your actual reason why you want to create it and who your target audience. So that's why we really, really, really strive to make sure every design we do is the best. And that's our main goal each and every time.
I love that. And I love the fact, obviously, like you said, you kind of take that consultation, you take some of those messages that they've told you. Maybe even they've told you because it's just automatic in their brain, but they have no idea how to kind of bring that to life. So for you, it's incorporating all of those little elements that they're like, oh my God, I didn't even think about how to input that into it, which is incredible. And then I think going right back to the beginning, and obviously I really want to get this across because it's kind of been a recurring theme now as I'm doing these. And it's only the 4th episode, so it's like, I don't think this is just going to carry on, but it's the taking action. Like, you didn't, from what I hear, you didn't just sit back and just start posting things on social media. You actually went out to potential prospect clients and go, this is what we can do. Like, this is what we can offer you.
Yeah, we did. And we were going out there raw. We didn't know really what we were doing. So all I could say is if someone's starting out, just go with it. Like, you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn with them. So, like, rather than just humming and hawing and like, I say like, was it double dutch? You're going back and forth. You're not really making, you're not even moving. We just went, I said, just go, let's throw it at the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. What's the worst that's going to happen? Someone's going to say, no, you made a mistake. You're going to learn from that. It's going to be a great experience. And then you keep learning and learning. So if you just stand still, then nothing's going to happen. And you're going to think, you're going to second guess yourself. And the worst thing is regret. You know, like I'd rather do it and lose rather than regret and wish I had done it. So that is my thing.
Definitely. I think that's so key. And Amanda's on here like, action! Because Amanda's all about that as well, which I think is just so important. And I think as you're talking about, because obviously the biggest fear of doing that is probably, like you said, the fear of rejection, the fear of judgment. What if I'm not good enough? That little inner critic that comes out. How have you dealt with the no's?
Dealing with the no's was rejection's hard. Not gonna lie and paint a pretty picture. It's hard, but the passion that drove me is believing that I could make a difference. I think I just I think my passion was so deep that I kept on going. And I would say this to any business person that's going to start something. You're not going to don't start it for like, oh, obviously there's a gap in the market. Yeah. But also have a passion behind it, because when you have the dark days, when you don't believe anymore and you're doubting yourself, the only thing that's going to drive you, because you can't expect no one else to drive you, is yourself. And no one else going to drive you forward. There's no one else that's going to get you out of your bed in the morning at 6 o'clock and start trying to do all those things on your to-do list. There's no one. It's only you. So to do all the no's, I say there has to be like a passion in your heart and your soul to drive forward, and it's a purpose, as Amanda just said. So that's have to go for at the start. The no's are hard, obviously, but I think thing that made me I didn't realize this until like I quit my job is that I think, and people say this all the time, but life starts when you come out of your comfort zone. And I was outside my comfort zone doing stuff. I was working at a branding agency just before I started 2PP, and I had to do some stuff that was not comfortable. But when I did it well. I was buzzing, and I said, I had a hunger for that buzz, and then what ignited that is me. I was achieving my goals. So then I started recognizing like who I wanted to be and what I wanted to achieve, and then that added fuel to the fire, and the rest is history. So when people say no to me, I go, okay, cool, I'll try another way. So that's my answer for that.
Do you think, I mean, there is a little plug there, by the way. We're doing a class tomorrow on stepping out your comfort zone. So there you go, people, join in. I'll pay you later, Nate.
Yeah, no worries. That's all good.
I think, yeah, like you said, that whole stepping out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself. And do you think that you in yourself, your personality and your characteristic, you are more solution-led and have an aspect of optimism that's helped you find those other ways?
Optimism to find the other ways. What do you mean, like finding a solution to the no's?
Yeah, so like, because a lot of people might be going, well, I get a no, and it's like, well, I don't know what else to do. Do you think just you have a natural characteristic to be quite solution-led and creative, probably, because of what you're doing, to go, well, there must be another way?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe that's a character trait. I think the first thing if someone says no to me, the first thing I do is how can I do it another way, like another route. I always think there's different paths, and we all have our own path. So if something gets blocked, you have to find another route. It's like a journey to anywhere. You can find another way around. So I always believe that. So even if I go for the top client and the client doesn't want to go with me, you never know. Tomorrow you could get a bigger client. It just works out like that. So you got to kind of stay like positive and always believe that something's around the corner, because you never just know that what can happen. So I think, yeah, I do think like there's always like a little like solution around the corner, or my character trait allows me to do that, because I do believe when I do speak to other business owners, they're like, this isn't working, I'm going to kind of give up now. Like this X amount of people have said, no, I'm not sure. And there's doubt, but I don't know, maybe it's just a character trait where I just don't believe in, well, you know what? I must not fail. That's what happens in my head. And failure is like the end. If I fail, then that is it. It stops here. And I'm like, oh no, I love this, so I'm going to continue. So that's what it is. Like, why would I stop now when I can keep on going forward? So yeah, that's my biggest thing. I always would just continue, even if 20 people say no and said, you know what? Because at the start it was tough. Like, we didn't have much work. We had like maybe, I don't know, but we're getting like a logo a month, 2 logos, branding a month. It was tough. Like we were just doing it, and sometimes 3 months will go past and we wouldn't have any stuff like work to do. But those what happens at the start. You've got to build up your clientele, your reputation, and just make sure that you just stay consistent. Stay consistent. Yeah. Consistency is probably the biggest thing I could actually say.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, I've just kind of reworded that in my head, because consistency seems to be like a buzzword, you know, that everybody talks about, but not a lot of people do. Yeah. So I've classed it now as staying active. Like, it's like it's like the whole business fitness thing, right? So if you're gonna sit on the sofa all day, every day, but you want abs, it ain't gonna happen. Like, you gotta stay active.
And that's why you get results, right? You just got to be consistent with your workout. You got to be with your diet as well. So there's got to be discipline with that as well. So you're not going to get any results by just coming in and out, or just doing when you feel like it. And I also believe as well, and it's just probably like when you work out, like, you know, that part where it's burning and you don't think you can go anymore. That's the part where you need to push.
Yeah.
And and that's the same thing in life when you're doing your business. When you think, oh, you're down and out, or you're tired, that's the part where you think, oh, actually, that's where you're going to make the difference. Because everyone else you think maybe is sleeping, or that's where it is. That's where the difference between good and great is, or exceptional. You know, like, you can just excel in that. So I think I really believe in that. So I really try to do that. So when I'm really tired, and I use my brother as inspiration, you can always achieve your goals if you just stay consistent and disciplined and just push through. And I've seen that over the years with my brother, so I just use that. So and I always believe there's another Nathan doing the same thing I'm doing. So when I'm lying in bed, I'm like, this guy's up working. I got to get up.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
I got to get up. He's working.
I like.
Yeah. So I got to do that. So that's what makes me go, right, get up now. Or he's more organized than me. I got to sort him. I got to be more organized.
Yeah. I love that. Well, there's now another LDV somewhere in the world. We have a question here. Well, there is a little questions button thing as well that I've got. So Amanda has posted a question. I'm going to come to yours in a minute, Amanda. If anybody else has a question for Nate, as we're talking about what it really takes to set up and run a business, let us know. We've got a question here from, I hope I say this right, I'm terrible at names, Amor Anu. How do you pick your pencils? Is there an interview process?
Oh, this is pretty cool. I wanted to answer this. I was really looking forward to it, so thank you for asking me this. And I was talking to Soraya, who's our web designer, the other day, and because we're pretty busy, I said to her, I don't recruit for workload or numbers. Like, you know, like if you're in a workplace and you get more workflow in, what you would normally do is increase your numbers, your employees, right? I've never done that. So what I do, I recruit on talent and personality. So if I come across talent and personality, I recruit them straight away. So every person that works within the pencils has incredible talent and personality, and they're able to speak to people and have great people skills. If they don't have great people skills, they're incredibly talented. Like everyone else in the team is incredible, and that's how I picked them. So before we even designed the website or I can actually name it. Before, like when Michael joined, I already knew he did motion graphics. So I knew at one point we were going to start doing idents, which is a moving logo, like Netflix, etc. Even our logo now. And then before I got Soraya in, I knew we needed a new website, but I knew she also did create apps as well. So I thought it would be like a great part to put her in the team. And then once she creates the website, that will get us more website work, which she will handle and lead on. And she'll be like the lead on that. So I just did it on talent, and everyone within that team knows how to talk to people and be engaged as well, and has the people skills. So it's more on talent. Right now, we actually, I'm not gonna lie, we are looking just to recruit, which is but we're still gonna try and recruit exceptional talent, but we're recruiting. So there's no interview really at the moment. I haven't interviewed anyone, but everyone that's in the team, I've actually known from, like, at one point I've either worked with or studied with. So that's kind of the process. So I know the personality and I know the skill set already.